Good afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is Friday, April 17th, 2015. This is Texan TV news from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas, and I'm Maci Ramer. Today's top story in campus news. As everyone knows, the parking situation on Tarleton's campus has gotten quite sticky. It is survival of the fittest as students, faculty, and staff do whatever they can to find a parking spot. More parking is planned to be built over the summer in preparation for the 2015-2016 school year, but many problems are already arising. Texan News Service reporter Daniel Houston has more about the issue.
Parking, or lack thereof, is an issue on many college campuses across the country. Here at Tarleton State, concern over the situation has grown beyond just the student body, as faculty and staff are becoming more affected as well. A recent email sent across campus details a price increase for all reserved lot and student parking rates. And while the prices are going up, the total number of available parking spots is decreasing. One of the lots on campus, one of the largest lots on campus, located outside of the rec center, has recently been repurposed as construction of a new dormitory is now underway. In fact, this issue is so hot that none of the faculty that we tried to interview were willing to make a statement on record. However, one longtime staff member who wishes to remain unnamed did say that they believe faculty's opinions on this and other issues are going largely unheard. Back to you, Maci.
All right, thanks for that, Daniel. Also in campus news, Tarleton's president, Dr. Dominic DeTavio, stopped by the Texan News Service studio today to make a statement regarding sexual assault on campus.
So at Tarleton, we've taken a couple of important steps to try to address the issue. First, I established a presidential task force on relational violence so that everybody at in the community understands how it is that they can be involved, and so that we can have a thorough review of our policies and procedures. Secondly, we've signed a memorandum of understanding with Cross Timbers Family Services that will assist our victims of relational violence in how it is that they can go forward with the recovery process. And finally, we are establishing important communication mechanisms to be sure that everybody understands what their role is and that everybody has a role to play in this very important issue at Tarleton State University.
In local news, the Stephenville Empire-Tribune reports that firefighters and Stephenville Museum board members were able to save nearly all of the contents of the Berry Cottage on Stephenville historical grounds after the structure caught fire Wednesday morning. Some of the items included a baby girl's crib from the Erath County multi-generational Dr. Jimmy Terrell family and irreplaceable photos, textiles, and pottery. Board President Kate Barton says that she can't thank the firefighters enough for getting the items out as quickly as they did. The cottage was built out of native limestone back in 1869 and is a prime example of Victorian architecture. And now today's state, national, and international news from the Associated Press. In state news, a tour bus for superstar country group Lady Antebellum caught fire along Interstate 30 in Garland near Dallas. Singer Hillary Scott posted on the group's Facebook page to let fans know that she, her husband, their tour manager, and the driver were on the Dallas-bound bus when a tire caught fire on Thursday. Pictures from the scene show that the back of the bus received the most damage. The Garland Police Department said that the driver had stopped the bus after a tire blown out on Interstate 30, east of Dallas, and the tire sparked and caused the vehicle to catch fire. Police confirmed that no one was hurt. Lady Antebellum is one of the 5 bands nominated for Vocal Group of the Year at the 50th Annual Academy of Country Music Awards. The show is being held at AT&T Stadium in Arlington on Sunday. In national news, from New York, Sony Pictures' hacking problems have only worsened. The site WikiLeaks posted hundreds of thousands of emails and documents from last year's cyber attack on Thursday, which the company estimates could cost millions of dollars in damages. The files were placed on a searchable online archive. More than 170,000 emails and more than 30,000 other documents from Sony Pictures were posted. Sony blasted WikiLeaks for creating the archive, saying the website could help hackers easily search through the stolen information. However, the founder of WikiLeaks said that the documents should be available to the public. The documents were already online, but were in a compressed format that made it extremely difficult to sort through the information. Sony's troubles began last December after it suffered a massive hacking attack and released confidential emails ahead of the release of its film, The Interview. The attack exposed tens of thousands of sensitive documents, including studio financial records, employment files, and emails between Sony's executives. The hackers behind the attacks were believed to be linked to North Korea, though no official links have been made. And now for today's international news, we turn to the Associated Press.
This is AP News Minute. An Ohio man accused of plotting to attack a U.S. military base is due in court on Friday. Authorities say Abdirahman Sheikh Mohammed, who is a U.S. citizen, traveled to Syria and trained with terrorists. Homeland Security Secretary Jay Johnson says Florida postal carrier Doug Hughes flew under the radar when he landed a small gyrocopter on the U.S. Capitol lawn. Members of Congress say the stunt is raising alarms about security risks. The National Weather Service confirms that a tornado touched down in western Oklahoma. It apparently didn't hit any major structures. The Vatican says Pope Francis may go to Cuba when he tours the U.S. in September. However, it says no decision has been made. Sandy Kozel, The Associated Press, with AP News Minute.
In sports news, the Tarleton Texans softball team will be facing off against the Texas A&M Kingsville Lady Buffs this weekend in Stephenville. The games will be played on Saturday at 2 o'clock and Sunday at noon, weather permitting, and on Sunday's game, spectators can get free hot dogs and free t-shirts. However, because there is a chance of rain this weekend, the games could be rescheduled, especially if the weather is severe. Keep up with any updates on the situation at charltonsports.com. The Texans were recently ranked in the number 10 spot of the NCAA's South Central Region softball ranking. Today's weather is brought to you by weather.com. Today we have an 80% chance of thunderstorms, some of which may be severe, with a high of 76 and a low of 60. Tomorrow, we have a chance of thunderstorms in the afternoon, along with a high of 81 and a low of 56. On Sunday, we will have sunny skies with a high of 81 and a low of 50. Today's broadcast was produced by Casey Bergen, Dalton Wolverton, and Daniel Houston. You can watch Texan TV News live Monday through Friday at 12:30 p.m. on Northland Cable Channel 9. Don't forget to tell your friends about us and become a fan of Texan TV News on Facebook. I'm Maci Ramer. Tune in on Monday for the latest news from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas.